Which industry is known as heavy industry or basic industry? How other industries contributes in country's economy? Hello everyone, this is Kasturi and you are watching SST Buzz. In today's session, we are going to know about different kinds of mineral based industry as well as other industries. This is such a important chapter. Every year we used to get various type of question from here. So we are going to analysis deeply. Let's start with iron and steel industry. First question is there, why this industry is known as basic industry? Basic means that is needed everywhere, that is needed and that is mandatory. So it needs for what? For the construction work, engineering goods, defense, medical, scientific equipment and variety of consumer goods. नाउ ऐसे कोई भी एक कंपनी का नाम ले लो, कोई भी एक इंडस्ट्रीज का नाम ले लो जहां पे क्या है ना, आयरन एंड स्टील का जरूरत नहीं है. फ्रॉम होम टू इंडस्ट्री एंड एवरीवेयर ऑल दिस फील्ड वी वांट iron and steel very much. So that's why this is known as basic industry. Now the second question would be, why this industry is known as heavy industry? Because when we are going to manufacture iron and steel, on that time whatever raw material is needed वो भी heavy है. On the other hand, after manufacturing finished product, on that time also that is also very much heavy. So that's why raw materials and finished goods are heavy in nature. So that's why this iron and steel industry is known as heavy industry also. तो चलो फिर देख लेते हैं क्या क्या raw material they are using. They are using iron ore, coking coal and limestone. और वो भी एक प्रोपोर्शन में यूज होता है जो क्या है ना, 4:2:1. नाउ एक क्लाउड के अंदर मैंगनीज भी है. मैंगनीज ऑल्सो यूज्ड एज ए रॉ मटेरियल एंड स्पेशली किस लिए? मैंगनीज मेक्स आयरन एंड स्टील मोर स्ट्रॉन्गर. So now from here question would be there, what are the raw material used for iron and steel industry, what would be that's proportion and why manganese is used. Now next, India's rank is 4th for that crude steel producer and largest producer of sponge iron. So all this will come as a 1 mark question, 3 mark question as well as 5 mark question also. So let's take a glance for the all type of question. Why it is known as basic industry? Why iron and steel is known as heavy industry? What are the raw materials? Why manganese is used? And what are the rank for that crude steel producer as well as next question, largest producer of sponge iron. चलिए तो फिर अब तो और थोड़ा इंफॉर्मेशन जान लेते हैं अबाउट आयरन एंड स्टील इंडस्ट्री. फर्स्ट वन, इट इज रिटन छोटानागपुर प्लेटो एरिया रीजन. दैट रीजन इज रिनाउंड फॉर द आयरन एंड स्टील इंडस्ट्री. वो क्यों? क्योंकि फर्स्ट ऑलरेडी वी गॉट टू नो आयरन एंड स्टील इंडस्ट्री इज वन ऑफ द हेवी इंडस्ट्री. तो दैट्स वाई जहां पे रॉ मटेरियल मिल रहा हो दैट एरिया वुड बी परफेक्ट फॉर setting up industries. So raw material availability, labors are abundant, even transportation facility. So because of even availability of coal as a power energy. So because of that, Chotanagpur Plateau, that area, that region is very renowned for the iron and steel industry. Now next हम जानेंगे चाइना. They are known as the largest producer as well as largest consumer. Consumer क्यों है? क्योंकि China they are setting up different industry. They are good in the secondary sector. So we know better iron and steel are needed everywhere. So that's why जैसे कि वो बना भी प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं और on the other hand they are utilizing it in their country also. Now next हम जानेंगे 2004 India was the largest producer throughout the world and what was the percentage? 2.25% export India ने किया था. अब हम जानेंगे types of plant. 2 types of plants are there. One is mini steel plant and the second one largest plant, that is integrated steel plant. Meaning is telling us that here only mild and alloy steel they are manufacturing. and on the other hand integrated steel plant, that is they are manufacturing a complete पैकेज ओवर हियर, जैसे कि रॉ मटेरियल यूटिलाइज हो गया, फिर आफ्टरवर्ड स्टील मेकिंग, इवन देन रोलिंग, शेपिंग, ऑल दिस टाइप ऑफ वर्क, ए कम्प्लेक्स वर्क डन बाय दैट इंटीग्रेटेड स्टील प्लांट. Integrated steel plant there only possible where investors, they are going to invest a huge amount of money as a large scale industry. अब हम देखेंगे what are the limitations. Now first is their high cost of coking coal. High cost means availability is not there. Because of lack of availability, only high cost would be there. So first point is there, high cost. That's why. Now the second point, low productivity of labor, and third one, irregular power supply. These 2 points you can get everywhere and you can put everywhere also. This is one of the unique point for the India's industrial limitations. So first one, labor problem, and the second one, irregular power supply. Irregular power supply के पीछे एक ही reason है कि maximum industries they are depending on non-renewable resources. The day they will find out all these renewable resources, so definitely power supply, that erratic power supply or irregular power supply, that won't be there. Now next point is their poor infrastructure. That is also one of the reason behind that low productivity. Why? Because low infrastructure means that machineries are not updated, and if machineries are not updated, definitely that productivity will go down. Last point is their poor infrastructure. Poor infrastructure, here we are going to get that all these machineries are not updated. So where machineries are not updated, infrastructure are not efficient, definitely that will hamper the productivity. So this is all about iron and steel industry. एल्यूमिनियम इंडस्ट्री स्टार्ट करने से पहले ही हमें जानना बहुत ज़रूरी है व्हाट टाइप ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल इज नीडेड फॉर एल्यूमिनियम इंडस्ट्री. बॉक्साइट इज नीडेड फॉर द एल्यूमिनियम इंडस्ट्री, दैट इज डार्क रेडिश type of rock, and that is main raw material for the iron and steel industry. Now the second question, what type of specialty is there in aluminium? तो फर्स्ट वन, ए गुड कंडक्टर ऑफ इट, मैलिएबल एंड रेजिस्टेंट टू कोरोजन. ये जो पॉइंट है रेजिस्टेंट टू कोरोजन, दैट इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट. वेयर आयरन एंड स्टील हैड दैट डिफिकल्टीज, दे हैव दैट क्वालिटी, बहुत जल्द रस्ट आ जाता है. एल्यूमिनियम के लिए वो क्वालिटी हमें नहीं मिलेगा. नाउ अब देख लेते हैं यूजेस. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एयरक्राफ्ट, यूटेंसिल्स, वेयर्स एंड सब्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ स्टील. Why substitute of steel? Because of light in weight, and the second one, resistant of corrosion, because of that people prefer to use. Now next one, location of industry. ये एल्यूमिनियम इंडस्ट्री कि कहाँ पे हमें मिल सकता है. इफ वी आर गोइंग फॉर द नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया, यूपी, वेस्ट बंगाल, ओडिशा, छत्तीसगढ़. Even if we are going for the southern part of India, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, even western part Maharashtra. So these are the location of aluminium industry. Now we will go for the conditions. Aluminium industry अगर set up करना है तो what type of conditions are there we need to follow. First one, power supply must be there very strong. पावर सप्लाई, इरेटिक पावर सप्लाई नहीं चाहिए. एंड द सेकेंड थिंग, बेसिक रॉ मटेरियल बॉक्साइट दैट शुड बी इन एट मिनिमम कॉस्ट. क्योंकि मिनिमम कॉस्ट अगर है तो फिर डेफिनेटली प्रॉफिट वुड बी मोर. सो रेगुलर पावर सप्लाई एक चाहिए, सेकेंड वन रॉ मटेरियल एट मिनिमम कॉस्ट. ये दो चीज अगर हमें मिल जाता है तो फिर डेफिनेटली वी कैन सेट अप aluminium industry. Let's take a basic concept to manufacture aluminium. how much raw material are required to manufacture aluminium. If we are taking 4 to 6 tons bauxite, from there we are going to get 2 tons alumina. From the 2 tons alumina से हमें क्या मिलेगा 1 ton aluminium. So here you can find out 4 to 6 tons bauxite needed to manufacture 1 ton aluminium, and in between we are going to manufacture alumina. That will come as a 1 mark question. So in today's session we've got to know about iron and steel industry as well as aluminium industry. I hope you have understood very nicely. If you have any doubt, queries, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Tata, bye bye.